Blessings. This is video number 7, breath work for leaders, nervous system mastery with Heather Ann Ferri. And yes, there was a wardrobe change today. This is something that I introduced to my private trauma clients, and it's now we're in video 7. If you haven't done the first 6 videos, I highly recommend getting a notebook, getting a pen, and sort of formulating a breath protocol for yourself. So the first 6 videos, it's about 25 minutes of breath work. But the goal is for you to understand this vocabulary of why this breath exercise, why that breath meditation, so that you have a library that you can call upon when things are unstable for you in your leadership, in your life. And so this is more like a fairy university, and we welcome you so much. But I want to talk about head coverings today. They're very important for people who have had concussions, migraines, memory loss, mental fog. When you're doing any of the courses of mine, whether it's on my YouTube channel here at Heather Ann Ferri, or whether it's at a workshop or an event, a lot of times I will ask that you have a head covering. It can be a hat. It's just covering the crown of your head. What this is really doing, because if you research and you understand through the podcast interviews, through my first part of Transcending Victim to Goddess, part 1, I had a lot of brain damage from childhood abuse. And so wearing this every day while doing medical meditations, while doing breath work, while doing scientific movement to get the trauma out would allow me not to be so dizzy, would allow me to be able to withstand doing more work. It would also be able to keep the energy in my body, because a lot of times when you do have concussions and migraines and all this, you're acidic and you're more prone to being receptive to other people's energies coming into you when you can't handle those energies. And so it's a form of protection. It's sort of saying I'm protecting my higher self. And it's because I love myself. Now, if you're at work, and I've worked with so many CEOs, that's might not be doable. You may have a fancy hat you could put on, but eventually in this series, it's especially when we get to video 8 and video 9, where they're longer sets. I would like you to do this at some point in the mornings or in the afternoons or at night to start to develop an inner compass of stability emotionally and mentally. And this is just the foundation. I mean, this is just the bare minimum. There are hundreds of breath protocols, meditations, and this should be taught. Maybe it's being taught right now in the Ferry University, being created as I speak, as well as just for our children, but as part of how we can advance our employees with immune system, mental clarity, doing different breath exercises, protocols. So if you're interested in that, get on my mailing list at youmatter108@gmail.com. Put in the subject matter the title of this breath work for leaders, nervous system mastery, so I know what category you're in. And just say, I'm interested in retreats. I'm interested in Zoom classes. I'm interested in having you come in speak. I'm interested in you putting it customized set together for my employees, that type of thing. Be very, very specific. And I speak about this stuff because breath has been the foundation of not just my theater arts, when you're a singer and when you have to sing and dance on stage and do one woman shows. I mean, but it's been the foundation of me being able to master 8 to 10 sciences, which this should be the norm moving forward with our children. They should be multidimensional and be able to pick up things. So we need to understand this internal compass called the breath. That was a long wind. So today is simple, very simple, 3-minute meditation, broken down in parts. And I'll explain. This is an energy boost for leaders. And it's a great toolkit to have at the airport, to have during midday when you're feeling like your energy. Don't go for the caffeine. Don't go for the sugar. I've been there. I lived on it. That's just creating more of an acidic, cancerous body inside and limiting your potential of this computer chip. Go to this. This is your go-to for energy boost. It's going to help mental focus, clear brain fog. I'm just looking at my note. activates the navel center. So if you don't know how to do fire breath, you got to go back to video 1 and 2. 2 is fire breath. You got to go to the foundation we're going to continue to build. When we get to the brain protocols, you'll have this foundation and it will settle in and you'll be able to advance in those brain protocols faster. So this is great for wakening up the frontal lobes and great to do midday before a meeting, obviously, confidence before speaking on stage, and just sort of boosting your energy and motivating you. So what this is, and we're going to do this together, is you're covering the left nostril. Your other hand can be on your belly again, or it can be in mudra. And I talk about that in past videos of what all the fingers represent. So go back, watch those videos, take notes, learn why you're doing something so that you become your own healer. You become the scientist of understanding how to heal, upgrade, understand yourself to the fullest. So I'm going to put my hand in mudra. I'm going to put thumb to middle finger, which is patience. And we're going to begin fire breath for 1 minute. And then I'm going to say, relax, shake it out. We're going to do it again for 1 minute. Relax, shake it out. We're going to do it one more time for 1 minute. And that's it. If you can do it 3 minutes straight, wow, excellent. But for today, I'm going to break it up. I've actually had, out of all the breath work that I was studying, I had a little trouble with this. And I thought to myself, we'll do it 1 minute break, 1 minute, but you can work up. And obviously, I mentioned this in past videos. This is becoming more advanced. So if you've never done fire breath, you do need to go back to the beginning of this series, okay? And I put a disclaimer on all of my videos that if you have different effects coming up, that you need to reach out to your practitioner or reach out to me for a private Zoom session. So let's begin. Sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to keep my eyes open, but you're more than welcome to close your eyes. You're going to cover that left nostril and place your hand on the belly or in your mudra position. Now let's just breathe deep and long just to get the belly moving in the right direction. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, pull in. Once you start to have that movement, shorten the breath into even. Inhale, exhale, fire breath for 1 minute. Here we go. And Buddha smile. Inhale, exhale, shake it out. Yay! All right, one more time. Rub those hands together. That's your energy, self-love. Okay, round two. Here we go. And inhale. Exhale, shake it out. Woo! I'm feeling the energy moving. All right, one more time. And before we finish, video 8, which is on Wednesday, immune system, mental focus. This is a travel breath work for leaders. This is a 20 to 25 minute set that you can do at the airport. You can do before a meeting. And so now we're going to put some of the breath work together in a set. So, okay, one more time. Here we go. And inhale and relax. Yay! Good job. All right. So the first 7 videos now, you start to understand the science of the beginning stages of foundational breath work. You now have a set of about 27 minutes long. Video 8, like I said, is going to be a 25-minute set. And then video 9 is an 11-minute breath meditation that's used in the CPTSD brain protocol that I feel everyone would benefit from. And it starts to help you understand what these brain protocols really entail. So congratulations. See you next time. And if you like this video, share, subscribe. I would love to have you part of my community, and many blessings.